What's up? It's your boy Lanye. 24 years free. Today I want to talk about the stimulus checks. So a lot of people don't know. Obviously, you know when you was on the streets, you got your stimulus checks. But a lot of people don't know that there was a lawsuit filed in prison that said that prisoners were Americans too, and they deserve stimulus checks. Well, that lawsuit was filed and granted. So everyone in prison got the $600, got the $1,200, and the $1,400 stimulus checks. Prison was flooded with money. I'm talking about dudes was buying cell phones and packages in 3 people's names. Zoom Zooms, Wham Whams, food sales. It was on and cracking. A lot of people don't know this, and guys were actually, some of them was doing the right thing and sending money home. You know, looking out for their girls. You know, buying their kids stuff. But for the most part, that was going to the dope man. It was going to this phone man. It was an interesting time. For me, I sent all mine home. I didn't even send it to the prison. Mostly because, you know, my whole thing was about the streets. I never one day tried to figure out how I could live better in there. I spent my entire time figuring out how to live once I got out of there. So I have my stimulus money sent to the streets. The irony for this, for me, is because soon thereafter I got out of prison. And prison, a lot of people might not know this too, the prison gives you $200, what's called gate money. So the prison basically after 24 years told me, here's $200, good luck with that. Luckily for me, I had stacked up my money, so I was looking at almost $3,000, or a little over $3,000, you know, stimulus checks. But I ended up with $3,200 because the gate money. Only reason I brought this up, right, is because it's an interesting thing when you got a pocket full of money in prison and you only got like 5 choices of things you can do with it. You can get you some Doritos, some sodas, you know. You can buy the dope on the yard. If you like some of them brothers, you can look out for your family. You can buy your kids some stuff. But there's not a lot of choices, even though you had all that money to do, you know, to work with. It just was strange to see that incident happen because the guards, they wasn't feeling it. A lot of them voted for Trump, so they wasn't really digging it. And, you know, they feel like somehow we wasn't deserving. We're not Americans. You know, and a lot of them was ineligible for the stimulus checks because they made too much money, so they really wasn't feeling it. So you had situations where dudes had boxes and boxes of food because he got a $1,200 check. So he got boxes and boxes of food, soups, cases and cases of sodas, and the cops just come through there and stump all on his stuff, open his sodas, take a sip, kick the rest of them down the stairs. And when dude was like, what you doing all this for? He was like, well, don't you got more money? Just buy some more. You know, it was an interesting time to see money being wasted in several different ways, either by the individual who had the money or by officers who, after you bought it, threw it away and said, oh, you have too much stuff. This won't fit in your locker. This is contraband. And take your brand new food. But like I said, me, I wasn't going out like that. I sent all my money home because I valued something other than the zoom zooms and wham whams in prison, and that was figuring out what I was gonna do once the door opened. Luckily for me, that time is now, and it's a lot more expensive out here, so I done burned through that $300. Yo, Biden, can I get another check? Anyway, that's my story for today. Hey, I'm boy Yolanye. I'm just telling my story. No extras. And if you like what you hear, by all means, subscribe. Hit me up. Ask me some questions. I got answers. I can tell you everything about everything I've been through. And maybe some of the things I want to tell you is not what you want to hear. You want to hear something else. So hit me up. Subscribe. Let somebody else know. And I'll see you next time.